Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, SpeedGaming fans. I am WXFan21 on comms and cracking, pulling some double duty tonight. Welcome to the Metroid Prime Randomizer Mentor Tournament. This is the first week of this amazing Mentor Tournament. Big shout out to Baja Blast, Baja Blood, and everyone else has organized this event. Well, welcome to this amazing race between Dispize and Cameron. Two men going at it. This is the number 2 seed versus the number 18 seed. Cameron number 2, Dispize number 2. We're gonna get this started. Fast Dave wouldn't appear with me again. All I'm pulling double duty. We're going to start off with our standard alcove checks here. Just a missile underneath the landing site. The spy still trying to get over to alcove. Cameron's going to go check the artifact temple. We have found our first set of missiles. Cameron taking a nice look at the impact crater. And Dispize has their first missiles.
When you scan your hints, read them out, and I'm going to write them down.
All right, here we go. We're going to check our hits. Oh, we got some space jump boots over at the artifact temple. Are you kidding me? Baby seed. So we got Burn Dome. Frigate crash site. Phazon mining tunnel. Lower mines. Sun chamber. Let's go.
Those are certainly some artifact locations. Required Phazon suit's kind of good, though. I mean, unless your opponent happens across it before we do. Yeah, that's the only reason I said it's kind of good is because no one can final boss or get the hint until it's found.
So, Main Plaza, Cumon, Burn Dome, FCS, PMT, and Sun Chamber. Cameron currently in the lead. They're making their way over to the plaza. Didn't get a good look at what was on the grapple ledge. Frigate crash site. We think it's Dispize's stream. Nice super missile! Hello. Very nicely done. So, we do have a couple of RAs as well. RAs are Racers Agreements. What are those? The Racers Agreements for this are as follows. We got Spring Ball and Progressive Suit Damage are enabled. Grapple Beam, okay. We got grapple, we got supers, we got a ton of stuff. They are loading. Sorry, everybody. That's a little... Nice ice spreader find. Are you kidding me? Over in Root Cave? Nicely done. Dispize might be a little stuck. Again, 2 mentees here doing great work, doing a lot of learning. Quick safety save as we get Cameron that's going to make their way on over to Hive Totem. And yes, Dispize looks like they have gotten stuck, which is unfortunate. More missiles for Cameron. That is a reset for Dispize. And we get our Morph Ball. Cameron being careful not to trigger anything. Nice. And another missile expansion. Cameron is electing to go through the Morph Ball tunnel here, which I think is interesting. Will get us closer to the Magmor elevator. Maybe he wants to go check Vault. That's exactly where Cameron's going. And Vault will have... Oh, hello, X-Ray!
Okay, apparently they're using our opponent's audio, I would assume, since they can hear me on yours. But when you get in an elevator, all you gotta do is add an audio source.
So while we wait for Cameron to... And the other voice you're hearing, by the way, is Cameron from Cameron Streams. We're gonna switch off him real quick. I'm a little confused while we're seeing cutscenes. I thought competitive cutscene skip was in fact on. I could be wrong. Cameron making their way on over to what is normally the charge beam location. And that's another missile expansion. So again, this is the Metroid Prime Mentor Tournament, not the Randomizer Tournament. I'm still working on these from overlays, so please bear with us. All 5 weeks of Swiss are going to be the same. There's nothing different here at all. So please keep that in mind. There's no door randos. There's none of that. This isn't like the Prime 1 rando tournament we had a bunch of different formats for last year. This is a mentor tournament. So each mentee has a mentor, and we'll be utilizing them as well throughout the tournament, and of course for training and practicing. Cameron has bombs. Ooh. Nice find from Dispize. Many power bombs. Good finds. Each racer gonna take the save. Cameron is making their way. Ooh, they're gonna find an energy tank. Nicely done. Heading right over to Zoid. So we know Burn Dome is an artifact. So Canada will be coming across their first artifact. Dispize also going to come across their supers and grapple beam. And Dispize is going right for the tree. We'll find just a missile expansion. Again, your artifacts here are as follows. Main Plaza. Quarantine Monitor. Burn Dome, which Cameron currently is at right now. Frigate Crash Site. Phazon Mining Tunnel. And Sun Chamber. So yes, we will have to, in fact, head to Lower Mines. Yeah, I'm about to go pick up another artifact here. Nicely done from Cameron. Again, Spring Ball here is in fact enabled. And again, apologize about the tracking. I'm only pulling double duty, but the tracking page is running very slow tonight, so apologies.
Yeah, it's an audio input. Hang on, it has a name. I gotta check my OBS.
Dispize also with their morph ball. Taking the same route to vault. Dispize forgetting that spring ball is enabled here. We're going to see a furnace check from Cameron. And this will be lower furnace is just a missile expansion. I love when I do commentary, the chat still wants Omega Pirate. You love to see it. There's the artifact for Dispize. So Cameron is trying to get on up to get this item here at the top of Furnace. And has elected to leave. Dispize finds their bombs. I did not see what the item was at the top of Furnace, but we'll find out eventually. Was something Cameron clearly wanted. Missile expansions. We'll see if the racers head to Burn Dome now or if they're going to wait. And another missile expansion. Alright, Cameron most likely gonna route here in the Sun Chamber. Cameron's not gonna do that. Interesting. And there's Dispize's first energy tank. So Dispize at the moment is behind by one artifact, still has to go to Zoid. However, as Dispize makes their way to Zoid, we are going to see Cameron do what? Oh, Cameron really wanted that tree. Surely not heading back to Magmore. Oh, gonna go grab X-Ray over here at Vault. Got it. Yeah, it's quite possible. I mean, again, we know one of the Sun Chamber artifacts is, in fact, the thingy. An artifact. We don't know what the other one is. If it's Varia Suit, not the greatest if it's Varia Suit here. So Cameron is running this back to get X-Ray. Smart.
And if it is the artifact, that's a win because that's still progress. That's true. That's quite a lot of backtracking, though, from Root Cave back to... But, I mean, you're looking at... Oh, there's Varia. Never mind.
Cam has his Varia Suit. Alright. Dispize 2 artifacts is now going through the this puzzle here. Cam is all the way back in Talon. Dispize does complete the puzzle. Cat's saying Varia was in Gallery Tunnel. Again, sorry, I'm dealing with a very slow tracker right now. Sorry, everybody. Cameron is going to come across this ice spreader over here. Does elect to pick it up. We saw this earlier on in the race. Dispize also going for whatever item this is. That glow of main power bombs is just outstanding. Ah, yes. Now the hard part. Getting up here. Hello, Plasma. Chat, Kirby. I think you were right earlier. It is Plasma. Good call. This is a hard trick here to get, is the upper furnace. Especially if you're a newer player. Heck, even if you're an experienced player, this is in fact a tough one to get. And Dispize goes down. Cameron over in Lower Mines. Excuse me. Magmore. I see Spider? No, it's Boost Ball. Let's go. Time to jet, folks. Let's go. Cameron wants this item underneath tunnel. Nice energy tank. Oh, Cam caught themselves. Almost would have had to redo that again. We're going to get both item checks here from Cameron. It's just a missile expansion. Let's see what's underneath Warrior Shrine, though. Double missile expansion. Those will come in handy. Dispize really wants this plasma beam. Okay, SpeedGaming Twitch chat. What do you think? Would you continue in a race like this to force your way to go get plasma, or would you come back for it after you get Spider Ball? Sound off in the chat. The spy stares at it, looks at it. It's not going anywhere. It's still there. And another missile expansion for Cameron and Triclops Pit. And down goes Dispize. Has to realize at this point that they are spending a lot of time trying to get plasma. A lot of people saying they would wait till they get Spider. Cameron finds nothing that they want. And down goes Dispize. Going forward again, this is a massive time loss right now for Dispize. I understand wanting it. I understand. Plasma is it is my favorite beam. Also going to count into effect here too again, just the way this furnace is designed. You can't get it on a spring ball. You have to have a double bomb jump to reach there. Unfortunately, Dispize is just not getting there. It's going to go back for another attempt. Cameron right now is flying through Magmore. Heading over to Fiery Shores. Going to go check what is over here inside the pillar. Oh, it's Wave Buster! We have 2 beam combos found before a single beam. You'll love to see it. Dispize trying for this again. Again, you can't get there without a double bomb jump, and that double bomb jump is very difficult. I always thought this was Fiery Shores, not Lava Lake, but it's Lava Lake. Regardless, Cameron over here back at Monitor Station. This would give Dispize an advantage if they're able to get it. And they're going to keep going for it. Again, I wonder if they realize they have to hit a double bomb jump. Because I haven't seen this done yet from just a spring ball. So again, if you're new, the spring ball that's enabled is not normal. It is not a normal check. Energy tank for Cameron. They're gonna want that after they landed in the lava. And now Cameron makes their way over to front Vendrana, and Dispize gets it. Plasma beam for Dispize. Cameron already in Vendrana.
It's east. I would peek behind the ice as well right here.
Cameron all the way right now, making their way over towards Chozo Ice. Dispize is making a play for Sun Chamber. The first true route divergence. Bear with us on the audio, folks. Sorry about that. We are working on it. Again, our systems are being very slow tonight. Again, competitive cutscene removal should be on. Making their way over to the Chapel of the Elders. Cameron sees nothing that they want. They are back out. Vendrana is a location where they hold so many different items. And now this will be the case if with Dispize's Plasma. If something is required, let's say Phazon Suit in the Chozo Ice Temple, Dispize would have the early advantage. Cameron now going to be making their way back on over to clear out some of the items checks, heading over to one of the ice ruins. And going to be making their... Oh, we're heading over to the canyon. Play nice, Flagra. Play nice. And we are going to see what is the first Sun Chamber. Is this the artifact, or is the artifact on with the Chozo Ghost part of the Sun Chamber? We shall see. Nothing Cameron wants. Looked like it was something interesting. I didn't check what it was. Here we go. It's Time for the bomb jumps. Dispize needs to hit it, so the artifact is on Chozo Ghosts. Was a missile. Got it. Right now, Dispize having a little bit of a tough time doing this IBJ. Needs to be careful. 39 HP. Cameron making the most out of this boost ball. So we know the artifact is on Chozo Ghost. Dispize now going back for their X-ray visor. They lost a lot of time considering going after that plasma beam. Nice bomb jump up though. Cam's gonna take a reset. Or warp rather. Warp back to start. Various suit in hand with most okay. I thought we were gonna see a play for Frigate get that out of the way with. Unless they're gonna save that for the last artifact before Ridley. Dispize picks up their X-ray visor. Dispize heading over to check out what's over here. Over at the Ruined Shrine. Gonna find a power bomb expansion. Dispize is gonna go pick that up after. Checking what's under here. Hello, Spider Ball! Ooh. That could be huge. And unfortunately for Dispize, they are trapped by the plated beetle. 18 energy and the plated beetle just hanging out. Luckily for Dispize, they have the space jump boost to get over that wall. Chat points out the obvious. That would have been nice to have 10 minutes ago! Good race so far with 37 minutes in. We're still looking for Gravity, Phase On, Wave Beam, and Ice Beam, and of course, Thermal. Cam's got Spider Ball as well. Energy tank for Dispize. Cam checks magma pool, sees nothing. Dispize gets their Varia suit. Dispize making the play for Magamore. Cameron back into Chozo, now making their way over to the Artifact Temple. Sun Chamber, my bad. Artifact Temple. I'm tired. My apologies, chat. Again, we're still looking for both Gravity and Phase-On suits, Wave Beam and Ice Beam and Thermal Visor. Dispize, while they're here, is gonna go back up the Spider Ball to go to Chozo Ghosts. Thank you, Lucarius. Much appreciated, but I want to make sure we put the focus on these runners, which reminds me, exclamation point R to follow these amazing runners. Please make sure you go follow them, show them some love, let them know that you watch them here on Speed Gaming 2. Make sure you show them some love. Again, these are all mentees that are competing. From what, it's a little different from what we're all used to with a normal run. So these are all mentees, and they are fantastic people. You make sure you give them a shout out. Give them a follow on their Twitch channels. And again, exclamation point C if you want to follow me as well. I do commentary, Counter-Strike casting, a little bit of do some NFL stuff as well. Bit of variety streamer. And I also will be getting into some speed running. That'll be Ratchet and Clank. This is a room we'd really like to speed run through and just get a stick of dynamite and blow these damn Chozo ghosts up. Super missiles does make this fight a lot easier. One down. Dispize hitting the second one. And now the last one. Good night. Nicely done from Dispize. The Chozo Ghost fight is done. And there's the artifact. The siege just couldn't have been nice and given that to us first. No. Gotta get it second. Dispize. 3 artifacts complete. Again, can we get a listing of where our artifacts are in chat, please? I believe the last ones we need are Phazon Mining Tunnel, Quarantine Monitor, and of course, Frigate Crash Site. I was right. Does anyone think that Thardus will be required? And Cameron does take a death there. That's not good. Oh no! The last time they saved was way back then! That puts Dispize in the lead! An unfortunate death from Cameron. They're going to have to go back and get their Varia suit. They're going to have to get Spider. They're going to have to get, I think, Boost. Oh, no. That's one of those moments where you just... Alright, let's just call it what it is. You swear at the screen going, you Flagra. Stupid plant. Wave Buster for Dispize. Cam gets this, but well, I'm not taking Cameron's stuff off because we've been having an issue again. I've been saying this throughout off and on throughout the stream. The tracker is very slow tonight, so I am not taking what do you call it? I'm not gonna go ahead and take everything off of Cameron's thing. Just know they have to recover all these items. They have to go back for Varia. They gotta go for. Looks like they have to go back again for Boost. A lot of items Cameron has to go back and forget. Dispize has now taken over the lead. So spending 5+ minutes getting that Plasma Beam is about to pay off. Thank you, Link. I'll go ahead and take care of it. Like I said, having issues with the tracker. Ta-da! Cameron goes ahead and gets Varia. I'm wondering where Gravity and, more importantly, where Phazon's suit is. Can we really get a little bit more of a spicy seed here and say, oh, I don't know, Phazon on Thardis? Anyone else want some Phazon on Thardis? Or even better, Phazon on Omega Pirate? Huh? I know chat likes a good Omega Pirate fight. I also enjoy a good Omega Pirate fight. It's always nice when you see that it's either an artifact or something required. Love to see an Omega Pirate fight. Here comes Cameron in from the back way, going to get that artifact. Oh no! Cameron this time says, I've had enough of Flagra. Cameron's going to go ahead and use a power bomb here to destroy 3 of Flagra's 4 tentacles. So if you're new, if you go in the back way to Flagra, so again, the developers, when they made this game, never intended for all this speedrunning stuff. You're meant to go back with Spider Ball to go to Chozo Ghosts well after you've defeated Flagra. So instead, what happens is you go in, you take on Flagra from the back, and you can lay a power bomb. What that does is it takes out 3 or 4 Flagra's tentacles. You blow up the 4th one, go trigger the cutscene. It triggers the cutscene again for the ending, and you move right on. It's a much faster fight. But you had to be there to go in from the back. Oh, we found our wave beam! It was in Root Cave the whole time. Imagine if Dispize had actually gotten that and didn't get stuck the first time doing that by going out of bounds. So Dispize has 2 of the 3 beams. Cameron used the power bomb. Now going ahead and just laying bombs. That's a much easier fight. You don't get to deal with fly. Excuse me. What you do is you basically skip the entire fight. The game's not recognizing that you came in the wrong way. Because again, this fight was never meant to happen from the, coming in from the back. And that'll do it. So you're not going to see a cutscene because right now Cameron's going to go trigger the cutscene. And then can go get the item. Dispize going to get the item underneath there, which is an energy tank. Nicely done. Yeah, again, I have no idea why the cutscenes are not being skipped here. Maybe, I have no idea. Maybe they don't know, maybe it was something in the seed, I don't know. There's the expansion. And the energy tank Dispize. Dispize has 4 energy tanks now, as they make their way towards front fen. Now again, I said this earlier, Dispize now heading into front fen. If they head over to Chozo Ice Temple, they can do what Cameron didn't. They can go check that Ice Temple location. If that's Phazon suit, this race could be over. Yeah, I'm right about halfway done with the Chozo Ghost fight. Here we go. Alright, get your predictions in. Is Chozo Ice Temple gonna have a major or no? Get those predictions in right now. We're about to find out. First things first, time to go open this door. Which we all know there's nothing of importance there at the Chapel of the Elders. Dispize doesn't know that. We know that. I think there's a major. I really want to see Phazon suit here. Watch it be Trolley and be Gravity suit. And it's gonna be... It's a major! Hello. It's a major item. It's Thermal Visor. This does put Thardus in logic. Though with all the items found, what even is logical at this point? We know one of the artifacts is already a quarantine monitor. The question is anything major going to actually be on Thardus? And that is a long fight. So, a lot of speedrunners, what you'll see is skipping that fight. Because it's a long fight. You have to wait. There's cutscenes you really can't skip. And there's our first Metroid of the scene. So, we'll see if either racer elects to go and fight Thardus. Again, if there's not that many majors left. There's Gravity Suit, Phazon Suit, and Ice Beam. That's the only majors. Oh, and of course, well, Flamethrower. That's the only thing we have, the only 4 we haven't found yet. Memory picks up their X-ray visor. That thermal visor could prove to be a huge advantage. Dispize sees nothing, and will nothing that they want. And off they go. Cameron's still playing catch-up at this point, which is really unfortunate. Wait a minute. Does Cameron have to go fight Zoid again? That would be terrible. Okay, no. I was gonna say. Alright, what's under here? Metroid. Yep, Cameron's going for Plasma Beam. Realizing needs to throw caution to the wind at this point, realizing how far they could be behind. Boom! Phase-on suit! Found! Game over! Unfortunately, no Omega Pirate required. Phase-on suit found. Dispize is in go mode. Cameron needs a lot right to happen to come back in this game, but you never know. Anything can happen here in Metroid. And I don't know why Dispize is going through labs. You still need Ice Beam, but still, there's nothing that's required in labs that's going to make you go through it. Yeah, you do still need Ice Beam. My bad. Forget we already have Ice Beam. What was that? That Ice Beam? Nicely done. That's it. Now go mode. Dispize did the right thing to go and check, and there you go. The last artifacts that you have to get is Quarantine Monitor and Phase-on Mining Tunnel. You just swing back around at the friggin' crash site. Head over to Metal Ridley. Dispize going from what was down by several minutes, almost 10 minutes down, to now being ahead and being in go mode. This is why you never give up, because you just never know. So we get a little Thardus fight. We know nothing of importance is on Thardus. Despise in go mode. Did Dispize get Cumon? No Cumon yet, right? Hence a Thardus fight. Got it. Cameron, equipped the plasma beam, is going to go ahead and pick up their thermal visor. It's a lot faster to do a Thardus fight when you have plasma beam. There you go. Four artifacts to 2. Cameron picks up their Phazon suit. With movement, they can catch up. They still have to go into labs to pick up Ice Beam. If they can avoid the Thardus fight, they're in really good shape. You see Dispize just very quickly making their way over to mines. I don't know why Dispize wants to do this puzzle. It's a yeah, there you go, missile expansion. There you go. Dispize, and we do have a Thardus fight. Unfortunately, Cameron couldn't get over to Q Monitor either. Dispize will be the first to reach mines. Yep, Cameron not in go mode yet. Cameron does not have ice. Our first elite pirate here. Or our first souped up pirate, whatever you want to call these guys. The elite pirates. We do have another race going on right now on the other one of the SpeedGaming channels. Shout out to them. Good luck to those racers. This is a race to get the last couple artifacts. Forgot to update Cameron's artifact tracker. Missile expansion over a dynamo. Dispize is closing in on Phazon Mining Tunnel. Here we go. Dispize is gonna go ahead and is gonna get this last artifact. After the artifact, we're gonna see Dispize head quickly for a save station, take a reset, go and pick up the frigate crash site artifact, and then they will be headed over to the impact crater to go fight Meta Ridley. Oh, the artifact temple, before we get to the impact crater. It's the same area. Is that gravity suit? Really? Gravity suit at Fungal Hall B? Are you kidding me? What a place for gravity. What a spot for it to be. We find gravity suit and we lose viewers. I didn't really dislike gravity that much. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. So the reason why Dispize went for gravity suit is one of the RAs, the racers for this is not only a spring ball enabled, but progressive suit damage reduction is on. So having all 3 suits, you gotta take a lot less damage than if you just had 2 suits. Plus, it was right there. So there's the warp to start. Safety safe and Dispize. Cameron's gonna be coming across Ice Beam. Think of this for a second. This is a seed where we didn't see Lake Chozo at all. With the exception of Upper Furnace, we didn't see any of Lake Chozo whatsoever. We didn't see Far Talon, Far Fen, not even really most of Upper Mines. What a crazy seed. These racers are putting on a really good show. Cameron has Ice Beam. Cameron's getting their butt out of there. And that'll do it. All artifacts for Dispize are set. Meta Ridley time. Spy's going for the boost ball trick, but doesn't have boost ball. Oh, Cameron does have Dispize has boost ball. I missed that. My bad. Nope, it's a little tough sometimes to solo commentate and track. So I do apologize, everybody. Bye-bye, Ridley. Cameron is out of power bombs. He's gonna need the power bomb drop that is on the Jeemer on the other side. Well, it's like you're being told by their mentor right now, hey, there's a guaranteed power bomb drop on the other side. You just need to destroy the Jeemer. Yes, very clean Ridley fight. So this Jeemer on the other side that Cameron wants to destroy has a guaranteed power bomb drop, I believe. Dispize now in Jack and Jill's climb room. Doing this climb vanilla. Or I guess the way the developers intended. Cameron is going to reload the room. Cameron. I don't know what Cameron's doing. Wants another powerbomb drop, I believe. Oh, he needs one more. There it is. They need one more. Dispize is on to Metroid Prime Exo. Cameron is on to head over to the face on mining tunnel. Cameron has no way. They need the powerbomb drop, that's right, to get through into Central Dynamo. They need that extra powerbomb drop. Dispize heading into Sub-Chamber 2. Nice super missile hit. Dispize about to be on the Sub-Chamber 3. Good Exo fight so far. And this is it. Sub-Chamber 4 for Dispize. Dispize, most likely saving those missiles for a super missile. There it is. Not the greatest RNG for Dispize. This should end it. There we go. Just one more to go and we will be done. Hopefully you all are having a good time so far. Again, my apologies for the off and on commentary. It's a little tough sometimes to do both solo comms and tracking at the same time. Hopefully you all are having a good time watching this. It's been a really good race. At Prime Essence, an hour 23 in. Very nice. Here we go. Pull skip time. Or pull cancel, rather. So, this is what's called hyper mode. So basically what you do is you want to go in and out of the phase-on to be able to hurt Essence like this. And you get the pool, I think, to last a little bit longer. I think Dispize got pool skipped. Yeah, Dispize did get pool skipped. Rude. Go. Yeah, so Pizza says the pool lasts longer and the attack canceling makes the next one spawn sooner. Very nice. Thank you for the explanation. Cameron is at Phase-On Mining Tunnel. This race is over. No, no more pulls. Dispize got pool skipped again. That's unfortunate. Two pull skips. That's just insane. These are mentees. Come on now. And that's game. Time. GG's to Dispize and Cameron, but Dispize will win this race. Cameron is still going. They have not given up.
Hello.
And there they are, the winner.
Woohoo! GG.
It's Dispize. GG's the number 18 seed knocks off the 2.
Oh, I didn't know those seeds meant anything. I
I
thought
don't
they were
think they
just...
mean anything.
Yeah.
Let the commentator commentate. Give it the little bit of credit here to you.
Okay, my bad, my bad.
It should be like, yeah, that 2 seed is nothing. So, first things first, before I get into why that, something big that happened to Cameron that allowed you to have that victory, what happened with that initial root cave out of bounds?
Yeah, let's not talk about it. Yeah, I messed it up real bad. I was
gonna
too
say,
far to the left and rough.
like,
And then the cutscenes were turned on. I was not aware that was turned on for some reason. So I had to sit there and watch the one cutscene in where you get your artifacts. I had to rewatch that over and over again. That was pain.
yeah. So here's what happened to Cameron. They were about almost 10 minutes ahead of you.
Yeah, that makes sense.
They died to Flagra.
Oh, you know what's funny is Arrow literally told me, he's like, "Hey, save before Flagra. You only have 2 E-tanks. It could happen." And I was like, "Okay, I haven't died to Flagra in a long time, but I'll take his word for it." But luckily, nothing
Yep.
happened.
So that's what happened. I think they were at like the last tentacle and took an unfortunate death there.
Oof.
And unfortunately, that just the last time Cameron had saved, I believe, was like right after the Zoid fight.
Oh,
So they
so the save mattered.
no
Wow.
no boost, no spider.
Oh, so he
You
had
know,
Spider already and everything. Because yeah, I didn't have
he
Spider.
got spider afterwards. He didn't have spider before, at least as far as I know. Like he
Oh
lost
yeah.
a lot of his items. X-ray. He also went for plasma.
Uh-huh.
And at the same time going for plasma, he did one try and then left. Oh, vanilla missile launcher was right at landing. Okay. Well, that's
Oh.
fun.
Yeah, I think we both probably skipped that.
You both did. It's okay. We
Yeah,
just figured that out because Cameron just picked that up.
I've done that the plasma beam in that what is that dynamo or not dynamo furnace, top of furnace.
Mm-hmm.
I've done that once before with spring ball only, so I've never done it with bombs. And yeah, it was still rough even with spring
Got it.
ball.
Spring ball does have a nice competitive advantage to it when you know
Oh,
how to
for
use
sure.
it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Walk us through your mindset of why you really, 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 really wanted plasma.
We were actually close to giving up at that point because we had tried it so many times. He was like, give it a couple more attempts, but we should really move on. But I don't know. It was just like I knew I could do it, so I just kept sending it. So because I had done it once before, so yeah. And then top of root cave was like itching me in the back of the head because I couldn't get it at the
Yep.
start. So then we were doing Magmore, and I was like, hey, what if I go take the elevator up there and do top of root cave real quick just to see? And he's like, okay, not a bad idea. And then there's wave beam, so
There you go.
it worked out.
So it was a good idea with the routing as well.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it was very, very well done. Cameron now fighting Meta Ridley. And I want to correct myself. I said vanilla missile launcher. I say vanilla missile launcher as the regular missile launcher is what I mean. So not at the vanilla location, but the vanilla launcher. Because sometimes, you can disable the presets to not
Right.
pick up missiles ever unless you get launcher, unless you get the actual launcher item.
Oh yeah.
But of course, not in a race here. By the way, you had a super clean Ridley fight.
Yeah, no zoomies. No zoomies is what we call it.
No, Cameron's getting
Fantastic.
zoomies all over the place right now.
Yep.
Your
He was
your
very nice.
EXO, the RNG was not good. It was
Uh
not the greatest EXO fight.
No, it was bad. The first phase was I knew he was too close to the trigger, and I was just like I just turned my brain off and kind of went autopilot instead of letting him move. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Not the best EXO. Not at
So,
all.
who is your mentor?
It's Arrow.
Arrow, Razor, the Great.
Yep.
Shout out to both of you. More you did the running.
He was there the whole time. He was telling me, he was guiding me on what we should do. You know, we were bouncing ideas back and forth about where to go. So, yeah, it was a team effort.
Arrow was probably having a cookie just watching you race. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But that was absolutely fun. So we're continuing to just hang out and watch Cameron fight Ridley. They are
Oh
not.
yeah.
They are not going to have a DNF here. They are going to want to continue. Ridley is being absolutely brutal to Cameron. You had a clean Ridley fight. Cameron is getting wrecked.
Yeah, let me
Just
turn this on. I don't even have it turned
absolutely.
on.
The amount of dashes that we're seeing from Ridley on Cameron's screen is insane. Like, Ridley really just hasn't calmed down. Ridley, please. We all want to go to bed. This is comical.
Oh my
Ridley,
god.
sit down.
This is not fun.
Ridley, stop it. Listen, I know you don't like Samus, but please. Finally.
Cameron's going to be practicing his free aim charge shots after this one.
Cameron might be swearing at his monitor right now.
That too.
My goodness. So talk to us about the seed in general. How did you like racing for the first time here? You know, this is the first round of this tournament. What was the plan going in? Were you practicing anything? Kind of walk us through that kind of mentality here, kind of prepping for the first week of this tournament.
Yeah, so I've raced before. I have a partner. We play the Cross Game Cup. I really like
Nice.
doing the multi-world, so but really it's just grabbing the preset, throwing up some seeds, and then Arrow was kind of just watching me, and you know, he'd give me some guidance on what he thought the best routing was, and yeah, a lot of the tricks are just some I got to get some more polish on, some more practice on, and you know, that's for everyone, I'm sure. But
So what do you think just doing all this, you know, training and learning from Arrow? What's one thing you think you've really improved on?
I'd have to say the routing, which was one of my main things I wanted to get better at when I came into this tournament, because I thought I had a lot of the good beginner tricks down.
Mm-hmm.
It was just kind of like, you know, if I get like this couple of items, is it better to like clean up here or just go straight to like, you know, another area? So,
Fair.
yeah, there was a lot of stuff we would just skip on. Like in this race, we skipped some of Chozo to go straight to like Magmore.
Yeah,
So,
I was saying that to everybody, and I'm like, wait a minute. Just think of this seed for a second. We never saw late Chozo. We never saw
yep,
Farfen. We never saw Far Talon.
nope,
And really nothing on Upper Mines, with the exception of, Upper Furnace being if you, because that's technically part of late Chozo. This
yeah,
was a really just weird and unique seed. Just where the artifacts were, PMT being so far out of the way where every other artifact was.
right.
So what did you think, like, what was the kind of the commentary between you and Arrow when you saw all the artifact hints? Was there a specific route in mind? Was it a we need to go find a couple of items before we do this properly? Kind of just walk us through what that was like.
Uh, yeah. I mean, we just kind of went through. Basically, when we saw the PMT hint, it was like, okay, well, there's no face on hint really needed because we're gonna have to get that before we even check Ridley. So didn't have to worry about doing a phase on hint. So we were gonna have to
Mhm.
just search until we found it. I know originally we were gonna do back of Findrana, like go back where Thardus is and then go back way, but I had missed a check and decided to go front, and I think it worked out better for us because I was able to grab thermal. from I don't know what the room is where the next to the wave beam.
Gozo Ice Temple.
Yeah, I was because I wouldn't have checked that because we would have went straight to labs, grabbed the ice beam, and then probably left. So yeah.
Very cool. What's one thing that you think that you want to really improve on next?
I essence fight for sure. I need
Okay.
to definitely
It
polish
wasn't
that.
your fault that you got double pool skipped, all right? It wasn't your fault.
You could say that, but I still think it's a player issue sometimes for sure. Yeah, just clean up some of the tricks. I think make them more consistent. Specifically, like top of root cave. My magma pool skip dash is also horrendous. So just little things.
Definitely some things to clean up. Well, if you want to stay, we can talk about Cameron's XO2 fight here in Subchamber 2 right now. If
Yeah, I'll hang
not,
out.
if you're not, you're free to go. I was gonna say we're just waiting for Cameron.
Yeah, I'll hang out for Cameron.
Cool. So again, Cameron in Subchamber 2. We appreciate everybody hanging out. Again, big shout outs to Dispize and the GGs for the win. And here, close to Subchamber 3 now. You also came across, I'm just looking at Cameron's energy tanks. You had, I think, 6, if I'm not mistaken. Cameron's got 4.
Yeah, I don't know which ones he didn't grab. If it's not too out of the way, I'm definitely rushing towards an E.
Makes sense.
I will say I'm very upset I never re-grabbed Ice Spreader
Yeah.
when I had I really like it for Prime 1.
Yeah, Ice Spreader is nice, especially like we saw Cameron utilize the Ice Spreader there. Though by
Yeah,
the time you were in like sub 3 and 4, you didn't have many missiles left.
I did not. Yeah, I did
And
not.
we saw Cameron actually hit the missile recharge station beforehand.
I
So
was
it
kind of
gave
in
you
that
a lot
mindset
more.
of like I
Yeah.
need to go 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 go. So Arrow even mentioned he's like, don't be afraid to take a missile recharge, and I was like, no, we're just going. We're sending it. We gotta
There
go.
you go. Yeet.
Ugh.
And to all you out there wondering where Cameron's audio is, remember we tried that audio multiple times, and it was declared not usable. So we could hear either Cameron or their mentor on their stream, so their audio just wasn't usable.
Yeah, I was getting nervous because someone called me out because my mic was on, and I was like, I'm sure it's off.
It turns originally we thought it was coming from your stream. It turns out it was coming from Cameron's stream the whole time.
Yeah. Oh,
Because I'm commentating, and all of a sudden I hear someone talking, and I'm like, I'm checking Discord. I thought it was the volunteer Diego. I'm like, where the heck is that coming from? Then I go again, like, who is doing comms with me? Was messing with me a little bit. All right, here we go. Last subchamber 4.
oh,
Hopefully some good RNG here for Karen. Oh my god. Exo, please. At least you got plasma out of it.
yeah. The low missile count is, it's
Not
rough.
cool. Ooh, 2 plasmas in a row. We take those. Do you think one day you'll want to learn exoskip?
I mean, never say never. But in the near future, I do not think so.
Fair.
All the out of bounds skips, I'm except for Taparu Cave. That's like the baby step one, but all the other ones look terrifying.
Yeah. All right. Let's see if Cameron gets pool skip too. I felt so bad. I'm like, okay, this race is over. Oh, he got pool skipped again. So rude. Essence getting all up in Cameron's grill. Here we go. First pool. By the way, Dispize.
Yes.
What happened to the competitive cutscene removal?
I don't know. I was saying the same thing. All we asked for was spring ball and progressive suit damage. So I don't. I guess an extra setting was not turned on, or I don't know what happened.
Okay. Because I wasn't sure if it was turned on or if you all just didn't. Chat had no
No.
idea. And we're like, oh, what? Why are we watching the Impact Crater scene?
Yeah, I was. He's like, Arrow was like, skip this cutscene. I was like, I can't. It is not letting me. And then I had to watch it a second time, and I was like, oh lord, this is brutal. You forget how many cutscenes are in this game. You have that cutscene skip on. It's
Right.
a lot.
Well, again, when the developers came out with this game, it was not meant for speedrunning. It was meant for an immersive, go look at things experience.
Very
Right?
true.
Like it was meant to have many hours of gameplay. No pool skips so far for Cameron. But not having a lot of luck with the pool cancels, though. Especially on the first one. This will be a 4-pool fight.
Yeah, that's another thing I need to work on is the pull cancel thing.
Hmm. It seems relatively straightforward, too.
Oh, there you go. Easy.
Alright. All 4 pools.
Except for the Metroid that didn't want to die.
Metroid! How did you... we all
That's
saw it get blown up, yeah?
yeah, that was kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, and now he's being mean.
This might be yeah, like, there's not much left, so there we go. And
There it
Cameron
is.
is done. GG's.
GG's.
We'll get Cameron in here. Well done. These trackers tonight. Very slow. Cameron!
Hello.
Hello.
Good game.
GG's.
Jeez.
GG's.
GG's.
Yeah.
Cameron, we'll go with the Metroid-sized elephant. Well, I guess the plant-sized, the Flagra-sized elephant. What happened?
Oh man. So this was my first time trying that trick, trying to bomb Flagra from the outside rather than hitting the mirrors. I was excited to save a few seconds by doing that, and in the process accidentally lost myself a whole chunk of time. I think I just was not keeping an eye on my health and ended up costing me, unfortunately.
Yeah. So you were almost 10 minutes ahead at that point.
Wow. Okay. So that really did make a difference.
So one of the biggest things early on between both you and Dispize and I were talking about this is Dispize, you saw Plasma, went for it once, left and said, I'm not dealing with this right now.
Yeah.
Dispize kept going for it until he got it.
Yeah, it took me a
Oh,
minute.
wow.
It was
took
not
him
quick.
about 5 to 7 minutes to get it.
Yeah, it was not fast.
So, Cameron, first thing first, shout out your mentor.
Oh, yes. Thank you so much to Soaring Wyvern for his help, or their help. I learned a ton of tricks from them and had generally a very good experience, so really
Excellent.
appreciate it.
So, after the Flagra debacle,
Yeah.
after unfortunately falling to Flagra, what was your mindset at that point? What were you and your mentor kind of talking about at that point? Were you
So
trying to make up time, or was it just like, just go get everything you lost? Like, kind of just walk us through what the mindset was.
yeah, at that point, I was very obviously in a hole, and needing to make up the time we lost. So first step was figure out exactly when we were in the run.
Hmm.
I was happy to see that I still had bombs and was able to route everything pretty good. And additionally, I had already gone to Fendrana at that point to find that most of the checks there were pretty much nothing. The only useful item I had in Magmor and Fendrana was Boost Ball, which I was able to pick up along the way back there.
Hmm.
Um, but we still knew that we needed to do Flagra, and we also knew where Spider Ball was at that point. So rather than going through the front that time, I ended up going in through the back. Um, so to not even have to worry about the boss fight anymore, which is a little embarrassing to admit. Like Flagger should not have been that much of a problem for me, but at that point, I don't know. The combination of the nerves and everything else got to me. Um, it was ended up being helpful that I did it from the back anyway, just to be able to fight the Chozo ghosts anyway. Um, but at that point, it was like, yeah, grab Spider Ball, grab Various Suit, fight Flagra, grab X-Ray, and then book it to Fendrana to try and make up for lost time.
There you go. So it did sound like it was an idea of just go make up time, which does make sense.
Yep. There was a
So,
point. There was a point later after
Mhm.
fighting Thardus, when I went down to back to Magmor to check Magmor Workstation. That was nothing, and I had a choice between either go into labs and go back to check Tower of Light with Wavebeam. And I ended up making the right choice there, thankfully, which I think helped me not fall too far behind. Um, and then once we got Ice Beam in labs, it was like book it to Phazon Mining Tunnel as fast as possible.
There you go. All right. So very cool. Cameron, let's talk about a couple other things here. Again, kind of more mentor mentee specifics.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know, what is one thing before this race that you were working on that you thought, hey, I like this, I learned it, I'm good at it. Kind of like, what's one thing that you've improved on?
That I've improved on. I think one thing that really helped was that my mentor and I did a practice race last night to just like feel it out and also fill in a few extra tricks that I didn't know before. Um, Coming into this tournament, I felt pretty confident on my knowledge of the game, but not very confident about my knowledge of what tricks exist and what things are possible. So my mentor was able to fill in a lot of the gaps there in our pre-session, just to help get some info there. Something that I've improved on, I think, is the final boss fight. Um, Learning about the timing for the turnaround shot there to fight a little bit faster, I think ended up saving a little bit of time there.
For EXO?
Yes, EXO.
Nice. Very cool. All right. Same question I asked to Dispize earlier. What's one thing that you still want to improve on?
Not dying, first of all.
Fair. Fair.
I think one other thing that I can improve on is recognizing when I'm in go mode and like when I need to stop doing other checks and just immediately go for artifacts.
Understandable.
I think when I got Ice Beam earlier, I didn't realize it at first and was still thinking, oh, maybe I should go through the rest of labs when there was no reason to.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, listen, you all had an amazing race. Again, shout outs to Dispize. Get GG's. Congrats on your win. Cameron, congrats for finishing up the seed and not giving up. Well done.
Thank you.
And anything else you all want to say before we head on out here?
No,
Yeah, good
That's all.
game. Good luck with the
Yeah.
rest of the tournament.
same. GG's, yeah.
Excellent. All right, folks. Well, with that being said, I am WXFan21. They are Dispize and Cameron. No need to shout out a tracker. I did both.
And thank you for
Well,
tracking and commentating.
It is
Yeah,
my
thank you for that.
pleasure. We had a lot of races tonight, so I told everyone problem pulling double. Just wasn't expecting a very tracker. But it's all good. We got through it. Thank you all so much. Exclamation point orange. Exclamation point C if you want to follow me. I'm going to have a lot to talk about coming up with the NFL draft and 2 big free agent signings that just happened during this race. So ton of fun. With that, we will see you next mission.
GG's. See you later.
GG.